Hello everyone and welcome. My name's Lenny. This is Big Girls Really Do Cry, and this is the diet word. I'm on episode I suppose it is episode, isn't it? Number 4 anyway. It's not been the greatest week. As I said last week, I was going to have some food and stuff on the Saturday, like some extra and a drink. Well, I was gonna have a drink actually. I'll re something that basically I said I was gonna have a drink. I'd accounted for the drink and I'd accounted for the snacks, but what I hadn't accounted for was phone and a takeaway when I was drunk, which I kind of did say that I'd probably do, and I did. So I ended my calories on 3,979. Yeah, and what I try to stick to is 2,450. So that was pretty much 1,500 calories extra. Yeah. And takeaway basically, and that was estimated. I'm hoping I was estimating over and not under. But I had a chicken parmo and chips and salad. Yeah, and it was really nice, I have to say. I didn't quite eat all the parmo either, so you never know, maybe I only had 1,000, but I put down 1,500 just to be safe. The rest of the week was fine, to be honest, bar yesterday. Yesterday I found some chocolate. That's never good, is it? I was a bit down, in a bit of a, not down as such, but like realising that the wheelchair was going to take possibly a couple of weeks to fix if you don't follow my other stuff. I have a wheelchair. One of the wheels, it's got a bald patch basically, and they're going to replace all 4 wheels. And yeah, so I needed to get out and about. At the minute I'm still going out, but like just sort of round the doors and not anywhere too far, just in case anything happens. And I think that sort of put a dampener on things yesterday. And I'd been sorting out over here. You may notice that the laundry basket's gone and I've getting some drawers and stuff, and I'd sorted out that, and weirdly I found some chocolate that I'd never known I had. So it's unheard of. And so I ate last night all 600 and odd calories on top of my calories, and I wouldn't care because I'd had not a bad week, that I'd managed to crawl back about quite a lot of the calories I'd lost. I was only of the calories I'd gained on the Saturday, I was only sort of, I don't know, 50 over or something, and now I'm 100 by average, that is roughly. So yeah, I will put that in now. So yeah, my weekly average for this week is 2,547. So 107 over every day basically, kind of thing. Not as bad as it could have been, I suppose, but it's not great. I need to get back under that 2,450, and I keep saying that. So definitely going to do it this week, definitely, right? It's yes. I'm not drinking, I'm not having anything extra, I'm not going to have a takeaway. I'm going to be good and get it sorted this week. Because otherwise, if I don't get back on track, I'm just going to go around in circles, and I've done that enough. So, yeah. Other than that, I haven't had any food, like as in meals, that are worth talking about. But I wanted to be honest, it's not an actual positive essentially, but I tried one of these, which this is the Skinny Dream chocolate peanut bar does not taste of peanut whatsoever. I was really disappointed. It just tasted like caramelly, bit caramelly toffee. It was nice, don't get us wrong, it wasn't horrible or anything, it's very soft, but it didn't have any taste of peanut butter to me. So 96 calories it was, and like I said, it was nice enough, but just not. I was waiting for this hit of peanut butter that just didn't come, which is disappointing because I love peanut butter. But I tried it anyway. I tried it. Okay. Other than that, I'm going to go back to my blog and read something from there. I've been doing that. I will eventually run out of things to read from there because, you know, didn't do it forever. Okay, so I think what I'll read is, where does the fat go? So, do you know where the fat goes when you lose weight? Maybe you burn it and it turns into heat. Maybe it all comes out in your stools, or maybe you just don't know. And I'd never really thought about it. I was in the latter of those categories, so I didn't really think about it. And that was before I started the healthy eating lifestyle. The truth is, none of the answers above are correct. Let me explain. We inhale oxygen, O2, not OT. We inhale oxygen, which is O2. We exhale carbon dioxide and oxygen, which is CO2. The carbon dioxide comes from the food that you eat. So the majority, about 85% of the weight you lose, is actually exhaled. You breathe it out, which is like mental when you think about it. So I remember when I first realised, and I thought to myself, I'm like 40 odd year old, 41, 42 at the time I think I was, and didn't know that. And you would think that that would be something you're taught when you're young, but was never. And I wonder how many people out there are in the same boat. Did you actually know? Or if you did know, like, did you find out later in life? Did you always know? Like, I think a lot of the majority of people I've asked in the past either just didn't think about it, or they thought it was like you burn it because that's what everybody says. So you burn it so it comes out as heat because of the sweat, but that's not actually true. Anyway, moving back to the words. Sadly, unfortunately, we can't just breathe more to get rid of the weight. I mean, that would be great, couldn't you? Like, although there'd be a lot of people passing out because of hyperventilating, like just trying to breathe extra, get like, like just to get, I'll get 5. That's £5 gone. Way, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, it doesn't work. So basically what it boils down to, as we all know, is eating less and moving a little more. This doesn't mean that you need to go on a drastic low-calorie diet or a drastic exercise plan. In fact, I can't exercise at all and I'm still losing weight, and that was true at the time and is true now. Well, hopefully, even though I've, you know, had alcohol and takeaway, but I would like to exercise. Now, that's a mental thing for me to say, because at one point I would not have ever said that, you know what I mean? But I would like to exercise, but unfortunately it's not really possible. More because it's massively good for you, for your body, obviously, to keep it mobile and to keep it fit, really. But it's also really good for your mind, and especially if you did something you loved, right? Which is the only way I could do it. I couldn't force myself to the gym and go on a cross trainer or a bike or anything like that. But if I was physically able, I'd love to go swimming, or I'd love to go dancing, because they're two things that I love, and they both burn calories just the same. It is really amazing how our bodies work, and it really does fascinate me since changing to a healthier lifestyle. May I suggest to you to watch a TED Talk by Ruben Meerman, so Meeran, which is where most of the information I just told you was from. He explains it and he shows it by using a balloon, because you breathe into the balloon, and then he shows you how it actually, when it's frozen, I think he uses like nitrogen, I think that's what it is, and it turns into a powder. So obviously, you know, it's like anyway, it's amazing, just watch it. And I think it helps if to watch him explain it fully, as it makes you understand. Plus he explains it in greater detail. I realise now that knowledge is power. I never really understood that saying until last year, whenever this was written, I should say. And the more you know and learn, the more it can help me to understand, and that helps me to keep breathing out the fact. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to keep doing, breathing out the fact, but slowly, unfortunately. I can't do it overnight, which would be good. So just looking back, I wrote this in August 2018. So yeah, I hope you find that useful. And as I said, if you didn't know how most of the weight is lost, please let me know in the comments, because I think it would be interesting to know what we all thought and how many of us didn't know this. Because like I said, the people that I've asked, and I even asked a paramedic who didn't know. So, you know, it's not something that is common knowledge, but you think it would be, especially like within the diet culture, as it were. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you find it interesting. I shall be back next week. I will definitely be under 2,450 calories. I am saying it right here, right now. I hope you've all had a good week. If you are losing weight in whichever way you are, I hope that you're doing well within that. Let us know in the comments how you're getting on, and I shall see you then. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're not already, and bye bye.